Welcome to Robocop Rogue City no spoiler review, you badge abusing bastards. Got a key from Keymailer's site. Beat the game on hard in about 16 hours with most side stuff completed. Not a typical game covered on my channel, but for some reason I was interested to see how they approach creating what is anti-Doom style game. Instead of jumping around while doing a lot of fancy stuff, Robocop is a tank that has far less mobility than any character in any other first-person shooter that I can remember. Know when in shooters you enter a mech or any sort of robotic suit and then move around slowly while kicking 7 shades of shit out of everything in sight? Well, that is Robocop, but without the extreme weaponry. My mind couldn't comprehend how could they create such a game and make it interesting. Well, this is how. It ended up being my favorite game of the year so far. Let me tell you why. Though I really didn't like cosmetic DLCs with the new sidearm. That sucks to see for a $50 game.
According to our sources, the attacks were aimed at catching the attention of a man whose identity remains unknown.
Story is set between Robocop 2 and 3 movies. Famous duo and Lewis and Robocop are in the middle of it all when shit hits the fan in Detroit. New gangs, the new guy that is amidst everything, election that is gonna put Robocop in a position to influence voters, OCP and police problems. It is truly like playing a movie with all the drama happening. Robocop actions matter in shaping Detroit's future. Current mayor wants to remove OCP influence as much as possible, while other mayor wants to rebuild the city in OCP's vision. You will be able to steer people across the campaign into what you think best course of action would be. There are many connected layers to the story as it depicts a truly devastating situation city of Detroit is in. Not only that Robocop is being played for political points, but also potentially replaced by superior robots like ED or Ed. Especially due to continuous malfunctions or glitches that Robocop is suffering from.
What do you think about the color of this dress? I'm not sure if I like the pattern. James really looks up to you.
Storytelling and gameplay pacing are quite good, as it is going to logically set future goals and situations where Robocop can act. For example, after trying to catch Torchhead gang leader in the beginning, a certain section of the town is opened for investigation. New cases pop up, new people are introduced, minor optional tasks like issuing tickets can be done. Side content adds a lot to immersion, as it shows how Robocop's everyday looks like. Great thing about every small interaction is that there are usually 2 choices with optional third at times. One choice leads to upholding the law and another leads to better public trust. Points are accumulated throughout the campaign, and with more public trust, which is the way I have played mostly, people wanted more of Robocop's thoughts about the city, election and other important information. Basically you gain influence over people, which is represented in a different ending. Not sure where upholding the law would lead to eventually, but these options add great role-playing element to being a cop. At times side content can be a bit boring, but I rarely felt that due to good pacing and due to side quests having unique writing. I really like how story progression is structured in terms of assaulting the baddies in their territory while upholding the law in your own, with added story twists and battles with the past. After each chapter, Robo is evaluated. More side stuff found and completed leads to better score, which leads to more experience, which leads to more level up points. Robocop's leveling progression is good for a first-person shooter. You won't have enough points to level everything, but specializing into certain playstyles is possible from the start, as there are no limitations. Passive upgrades and new abilities are unlocked at thresholds that can improve Robocop drastically. For example, temporary shield that reduces damage by a lot, dash for quick distance closing, brief slow motion and shockwave that can insta-kill everything around you are possible active abilities. Due to limited moves, basically none, that Robocop has, every little upgrade makes a ton of difference. Another way to upgrade Robocop is through his legendary gun. Early in the game, chipset is granted that can be modified through little upgrades. More and more different chipsets are acquired that enable unique upgrades like full burst mode or much better precision. Other than that, chipset serves to boost effectiveness of the gun, making it potentially the best weapon in the game. Both gun and Robocop upgrades are done great, because this is a very straightforward and simple game where a lot of ridiculous things added would lead to immersion breaking experience. So this works very well and gives incentive to pursue side content. Now we get to gameplay. Simple, effective, immersive and brutal. Robocop Rogue City is a definition how simple things can create extraordinary experience. How? Well, through immersion again. Sound effects are amazing and probably at the forefront of why it feels so good to do anything. Simple walking gives that unmistakable I am Robocop feeling. Weapons sound amazing and shot impact is fantastic with one of the most satisfying headshot sounds you'll ever hear.
Any more tricks up your sleeve? Gotta say, I did not expect such a big crowd.
Destructible environments with tons of gore make the experience so good. Kill feedback, immersion per kill, or however you want to call it, is fantastic, and that is all you need to enjoy it from start to finish. Then grabbing enemies and throwing them into others or into walls for instant death never gets old with environmental debris flying all over the place. Gun, due to different chipsets throughout the game, offers different ways of playing. Next to the gun, sidearms are picked up from the enemies that vary from Uzis to rocket launchers. Gotta say, this is one of the most satisfying games that utilizes burst weapons. Even though fun is a subjective thing, all of the things I mentioned made Robocop Rogue City one of the most fun and immersive experiences of this year for me. Audio work is great, sound effects are top notch as stated before, music is atmospheric and placed in proper situations throughout, voice acting is solid but lip sync is not on the highest level as other audio aspects are.
I heard that you're heading to the city. Once you're out there, I want you to check one apartment for me.
Graphically, game looks alright, but nothing special. It is clear this is AA game by at times blurry textures, lack of non-important character details, reused sprites especially for gang members, visual glitches. Gore also lacks visual precision at times. Could all be better, but still it is alright. Robocop Rogue City is one of the best experiences of this year and I thoroughly loved it. I didn't believe Robocop game would be Game of the Year contender because I couldn't see possible way how to make the game interesting for long enough due to lack of potential gameplay diversity. Then the game showed me it doesn't have to go into unnecessary complexities, but instead simple and immersive experience can be as effective as any other approach. My score for Robocop Rogue City is 8 out of 10, which translates to a great game with potential of 9 out of 10, with more polish like better gore, more sprites, more detailed textures, and at times better enemy reactions upon getting shot. Anyway, that would be all. Thanks for watching.